Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Aptitude Sessions. In today, we are having our first topic as number ranking and time sequence test. So, we have individual tests, one as number test, the other as ranking test, and the third as sequence test. So, let's move on to each of these topics, and we'll see how exactly we are supposed to get the answer for each of these. So, yeah, coming to number test, what we have is you have the questions where you have a sequence of numbers given and you are supposed to find out a particular number from the sequence which follows certain conditions. So as in our example, we have how many fives are there in the following sequence which are immediately followed by 3 but not immediately preceded by 7. So you should, what do they mean? You should have a 5 and 3 in the sequence. Only then this 5 will be taken into consideration. But there should not be a 7. It can be any number other than 7. So before that 5, there can be any number other than 7. And after the 5, immediately you should have a 3. Only then that 5 will be counted and you need to count how many such 5s are there. So, okay, you have a
Can
5. Yeah, tell me.
we have 3 and 5 or 5 and 3 only, ma'am?
5
I
and
mean,
3 only because they have told 5 immediately followed, which means after. And
okay, ma'am.
immediately preceded means right before that number.
Then only 3, I think only 2 numbers are there, ma'am.
Let's see, there is
3.
5 and 3, there is another 5 and 3. Okay, this cannot be counted. This cannot be counted. This cannot be counted. There is another 5 and 3. Yeah. So how many do we have?
3.
Oh yeah. Wait, I didn't take this 3. Yeah. So you have a 5 and 3 here. Correct. So you have only 3 such pairs of 5 and 3. So the correct answer is 3, option C. Fine with all of you? All of you understood immediately followed by, immediately preceded by.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll move to the next one, and that is ranking test. So here we are given rank, and based on the rank, there will be some question given. So what have they asked? Anil ranked 9th from the top, 38th from the bottom in a class. So how many students are there in the class? Okay, so let's say this is the ranking of Anil. Okay, Anil is somewhere here. And from top, this was the ninth rank. So which means there are 8 more over here.
45?
No, not 45. And they have told he is 38th from the bottom. So which
Oh,
means
what is
if this is 38, then you're supposed to have 37 here. So total number of students in the class is nothing but this 37 plus this 8 plus 1. Anil is also 1 among the class. So you'll have
Yes,
8
ma'am.
plus 1 plus 37. That will give you 46.
46.
Right. So your correct answer is option B, 46. Clear, everybody? Ranking system?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll move to the next one. Yeah. Time sequence test. So here you are given, clues or hints with respect to time. So you will have to decode the time, or sometimes it could be the time frame. I'll tell you what is a time frame or span of time, but first let's decode this question. So Raman remembers that his brother's birthday is after 15th, but before 18th of February, whereas his sister Kavya remembers that her brother's birthday is after 16th, but before 19th of February. On which day is Raman's brother's birthday? So what have they given? First statement, Raman remembers it is between 15th and 18th. So you have 15, you have 2 more slots, 16 and 17, and it is between these two. And how about Kavya? What does she remember? It's between 16th and 19th. So if you have 19th here, you have 16th here. So which is the only day that falls in the common interval?
17.
Right. So in this case, our answer is option B, 17th of February. Is this question clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So coming to times a frame or span of time, sometimes you will have questions where from the clues you can only decipher it as 15, 16 and 17. Both will not be given. You will have probably 18th and 19th. So in this case, these two you will not be able to decipher at any cost because that's the limitation of the question. So your answer will be 16th or 17th. You cannot have 16th and 17th because you're talking only one person's birthday. Cannot be born on two different days, the same person. So it is either this or that. So, or it can be between 15. You might have an option. If this option does not exist, you might have between 15 and 18. So something like that, or maybe 15 and 19, 14 and 19, any such thing. Okay, it will fall somewhere
Yes.
in between. So that is what we call as a time frame or span of time. So whenever you get such questions, don't get confused, don't get panicked. They're just asking you for the frame. They're supposed to be there in the options. If that is not there, it will definitely be none of the above. All right. Okay, so is this clear with all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So fine. So moving on to the next topic that we have for today, logical sequence of words. So what exactly are we doing here? Some set of words are given, all right? They will be connected in some form. You will have to form a meaningful sequence. I am telling you once again, it will not be a sentence. It will be a sequence or nothing but order in which the words should appear logically. So let's take a few examples. You will know. So first example, okay, arrange the following in a meaningful sequence. Consultation, illness, doctor, treatment, and recovery. Okay, so do you get the disease first or you go to the doctor and then you get the disease?
Yes, ma'am.
Which one? Disease first
First
and then
is
you go to doctor or doctor first and then you get disease?
first we'll get disease.
Right,
Then we'll get doctor.
correct. So you
Um,
have illness.
Illness, treatment,
consultation,
consultation.
If you have an
and
illness, whom do
after,
you approach? Do you directly go to consult someone? First you approach a doctor.
Okay, ma'am.
okay,
Yeah, because
Doc.
consultation is again a process. So
Okay.
when you meet a doctor, what happens? That meeting is called consultation. So it's only when you
Hmm.
get the doctor, you have consultation. Say if the doctor is not available, you will not have consultation.
Hmm.
So
Then
consultation is
treatment.
third, right? So fourth is treatment. Fifth is very obvious for recovery. So which is the correct
recovery plan.
sequence?
Option A, ma'am.
Two, three, one, four, five. You're right. It's option A.
Option A.
Yes. All of you are clear how logical sequence of words should be arranged?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So fine. We look at another example. So yeah, you have euphoria, happiness, ambivalence, ecstasy, and pleasure. So all
Ma'am,
these,
something like mixed feelings, right?
it's also again, all of these words relate to happiness, but just the
Hmm.
intensity or the degree of order matters here. Okay,
Ma'am,
so
what is exactly ambivalence, ma'am?
what is
Euphoria,
Ambivalence.
ambivalence is a very little, happiness. It is less than happiness. Again, happiness, the degree is less.
Then it is the
Euphoria,
third
ma'am.
option. The first one will be ambivalence, ma'am. Option D, I think so. Because you only told very less.
Option D, how is it option D? What is the number in
Hmm.
option D?
Sorry.
One.
Option B, 2514.
Right. So it's ambivalence, then you have happiness, followed by happiness is pleasure. So after that is euphoria and ecstasy. That is the that is heights of happiness or pleasure.
Yes, ma'am.
So the correct option is option B, 32514.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear with all of
Yes,
you?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So fine. We'll move to the next topic then. So yeah, the next topic is mathematical operations. So here what happens is not your regular mathematics. If so, they wouldn't be categorized under aptitude. So what you have here, you might, sometimes you will be given symbols, okay? So they will tell plus means minus, and minus means multiplication, multiplication means division, division means addition. They could give you this, and they might give you an equation. You may have to substitute the respective symbols, you will have to start substituting, okay, as per the given rule. That is one kind. The other kind is the letters can have some sort of relation between them. Okay. So they might give you x plus y is equals to some other letter, y plus z is equals to some other letter. And they may ask you what is r by p, something like that. So there'll be some relation that we will have to figure out. Another kind is they will give you directly the numbers, but those numbers don't make any sense. For example, yeah, if I had to say 7 plus 13 is equals to 3, this does not have any direct logic, but there is some other inbuilt or hidden logic to it. So we'll have to find out what it is. Okay. So we'll understand all of these once we start solving questions. So yes, the first one. If y into w is equals to s, u minus v is equal to z, what is r by x? Okay, so you have, yeah, alphabets are given. Let's say if you're taking A, B, C as 1, 2, 3, and it goes on. So you have Z should be 26, Y should definitely be 25, 23 should be W. So fine, here let me tell you something. 25 multiplied by 23, is it a number greater than 23 or is it a number greater than 26? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but
Yes.
by any chance can the value of S be 26 if we go by this order? That is
No.
A is 1, B is 2. Definitely no. So it means that this relation will not hold good. So you have to change the relation. So let's try the reverse order. That is Z is 1.
Minus.
Z is 1, not minus. Y is 2, W, X is 3, W is 4. This order, let us take. So let's see if we're getting something in this form. So Y is supposed to be 2, W is supposed to be 4. Yeah. So 2 into 4 is 8.
And
So
that is
by
yes.
this, right. So which means we are satisfying the relationship. And U
Yes.
minus V is Z. Got it how? 6 minus 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So 6 minus 5 is 1. So in this case, what have they asked? What is R by X?
6. R by 6. And that is, I think,
6?
huh?
Is it
Ma'am,
6?
18 by 3. Right.
Uh, R S. If S itself is 8, R should be 7. Reverse order.
8. 7.
So PQ R S. Sorry, it should be 9. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, it should be 9 by 3. What is
3.
9 by
X
3?
3.
Yes. So what is the value for a 3? Letter value.
X.
Right. So it is option D, X.
Huh.
So you guys understood how these kind of questions should be solved?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So moving to the next one. Hmm. Okay, yeah. This is what I told. Numbers will not make sense. Yes. So 18 plus 8 plus 12 is 2, 7 plus 13 is 3. What is the value of 10 plus 18? Okay, before we go to 10 plus 18, did anybody decode the first part or the second part? If you decode one, you will
Maybe
get it.
the question was there. Like 8 plus 12 is equals to 20, where we both add the two numbers, 2 plus 0. 2.
8 plus 12 is 22 plus 0. Okay. But how about then 7 plus 13? Does that work? Equal to
7
3.
plus that. Okay. That will be
20.
20
That will be
again.
equal to 20.
But it does not satisfy the relationship here, the second part.
Not
Okay,
please right now.
anybody? All right, I can give you a minute.
Ma'am, this might not make sense, but I have a logic.
Tell me.
Uh, it's 8 plus 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is 2.
Hmm.
If they've taken the digit of only the one's digit of 12, like the last number, even in the next thing it satisfies.
It's
Doesn't make
like
sense.
10, right? We don't
If
have
that,
18 digit in the
Yeah,
options.
yeah.
yeah, so Sahana is also right. I'm happy I've tried to figure out something, but still no, it doesn't count. Because if that was the case, you should have had 8 as one of your options. And the question and options are correct for this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so
4,
anybody
huh?
figure
Option 4. I mean, 3.
option C, 4. How 4?
Huh. See. 2,
Huh?
3, 4. There is
Oh my God. At least I'm happy you didn't say, ma'am, we'll bluntly start with option C or option B. When you tell no, we'll figure out it is option A or D. Then from there, we'll find out which one.
no. I told option 4 because already they gave, ma'am, you told there will be no logic.
Numbers don't make sense, but there should exist some relationship between it.
Ma'am,
Okay,
there might be a way.
There is definitely a way, but I'm asking you, what is the
Uh,
way?
wait,
on
ma'am,
the
we will
first
think.
case, we have 8 plus 12
Huh.
equals to 2.
Hmm.
So if you just deduct the whole thing, means 8 by 12, 8 minus 12, we got 4.
Hmm. 8 minus 12. No,
Or
no, no.
and
12 minus 8.
12 minus 8, we
Huh.
got 4.
Right. And
And after that, what's the half of 4? 2.
okay, so substitute
And
that here.
on the second
Ma'am,
case, 13 minus 7, we got 6. And 6 divided by 2, we got 3.
Wonderful,
So on
Arman.
that way, we can got the answer.
Wonderful. You figured it out so correctly. I don't know how, but yeah, you got it though. So yes, that itself is the relationship. So 12 minus 8 divided by 2 will give you the answer as 2.
yes, ma'am,
Similarly,
correct.
13 minus 7 divided by 2 will give you the answer of 3.
Hmm.
So what are you supposed to do? 18 minus 10 divided by 2. So what are you left with? 8 by 2. 8 by 2 is option C, 4. Although Sahana,
Yeah.
you had a very random guess about 4, it is apparently correct in this question. Yeah, so option C, 4 is the correct answer. Yeah, very good, Arman. So yeah, that's good to see that you're able to figure this out. All right. Hmm. Okay, so that's all then for today's session. I hope you guys have no doubts.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, I understand the topics were pretty easy, so fine. Thank you so much for joining in today's session. We'll meet in tomorrow's session.